I would like to tell few words. It may be a holiday tomorrow. She may pass the test. It is unlikely that Dhoni will hit 100 runs in today's match. Chances are high that prices of diesel will go up. Probably Reena will get 100 marks in mathematics. So the words may, probably, unlikely, chances, all of them indicates the uncertainties. It may happen or may not happen. It probably can be done or may not be, cannot be done. Like the it all these words indicates the measures of uncertainties, and we are going to study about the measures of uncertainties as probability. The probability is a measure of uncertainty. This is a just introduction definition of probability, right? Okay. Some terms related to probability. You have many terms which you need to understand. Here is experiment. What is an experiment? The action that can be infinitely repeated and has a well-defined set of possible outcomes. The well-defined outcome will be there in an experiment. What is called a random experiment. Random experiment is also can be repeated, but it cannot be predicted with certainty. The outcome in which the outcome cannot be predicted with certainty is called random experiment. Random experiment, tossing of a coin. It may be head or a tail, right? Throwing a dice. Any value can come from 1 to 6. So this is called a random experiment, right? Sample space, the collection of, so you're going to note down all these things in your mind. That is random experiment. Sample space, the collection of all possible outcomes of an experiment is known as sample space. Say for example, you have tossed a coin, right? Toss a coin. The sample space will be written in the way with a curly bracket. It will be defined as a set. And what will you get? What are the two possible outcomes when you toss a coin? It will be either head or a tail, right? So this is the sample. This is called a sample space. The collection of all possible outcomes of an experiment is known as sample space, right? So it is denoted with a set. Yeah. Okay. Now, next is event. What is an event? The subset of the sample space associated with the random experiment is known as event. Say, I told you the random experiment, that is a sample space, is denoted with the letter S, right? And it is written within the curly bracket, throwing of a dice, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this becomes a sample space. Sample space, the collection of all possible outcomes of an experiment, right? Now, when it comes for an event, you will be given the event is a subset of a sample space. Say, for example, probability of getting an even number. Getting an even number. Are you getting it? Yeah. Getting an even number is an event, right? So what is the what will be the subset of the sample space? We can denote with any letter E, right? The subset will become 2, 4, and 6. Am I clear? So the subset of the sample space associated with a random experiment is known as event. Am I clear, all of you? Yes. Now, next, I'll let me explain everything at a stretch, and then we'll discuss the questions. Occurrence of an event, right? So what is the next point which you need to remember? Occurrence of an event. When a random experiment satisfies the given condition, then we can say that the event has occurred. So if you throw a die, throw a coin, right? If you say that you need what is the probability of finding a head? So if the head falls, then it is called occurrence of an event. Am I clear? Yeah. Next, favorable outcomes. An outcome which ensures the occurrence of an event is known as favorable outcome, right? So the favorable, getting head while tossing a coin is a favorable outcome, right? Okay. Are all events equally likely? Equally likely outcome means what? The outcomes that have the same chance of occurring, right? Like tossing of a coin, head or tail. 50% chance in getting head and 50% chance in getting tail, right? And that is called equally likely outcome. Are all events have equally likely outcome? Say if I'm giving you one example, you have 7 white balls, 7 white balls, seven white balls, 3 blue balls, and 8 red balls. Yeah. So getting if you are randomly selecting a ball and getting white ball will be the what will be the probability of getting white ball amongst all the balls? So it will be 7 upon 18. Yeah, total balls are 18 and then 7 on 18. Getting blue ball will be 3 upon 18. That is 1 upon 6. Are you getting it, children? So are they equally likely? No, they are not equally likely. Equally likely outcome mein kya hai? What is in it? You will have the outcomes, the same chance of occurring, whatever in the random experiment, the same outcome you'll have the same chance of occurring. Are you getting it? Did you all understand so far? That has been framed, right? So assuming that the action which you take, the experiment which you do, the random experiment is equally, the outcome which you get is equally likely outcome, a formula has been designed, that is probability of event is number of possible outcomes upon total number of outcomes, where P of E should always be greater than or equal to 0. It should never be less than 0, and it should always be less than or equal to 1. So this should be the range of probability, right? The event which you get, probability of the event. Are you understanding, right? Okay. Now, certain things I'll be explaining you. Sure event. Sure event is what? When event which where you get definitely you'll be getting whatever the outcome you desired, right? Impossible event. Can you tell an example for sure event? Sure event is getting a head while tossing a coin. It's a sure event, right? Impossible event. Impossible event can be which you never get an outcome of possible outcome, right? Impossible event, getting 2 heads in a coin, right? It is impossible event, right? Elementary event. Elementary event is the event in which you get only one outcome, right? So the subset of all the events, elementary events, if you add them, you'll get one, right? Compound event is what? When you get more than 2 outcomes, right? Say for example, if you throw a dice, right? Throw a dice, what will be the sample space 1 to 6, right? Getting an even number when you throw a dice. So that more than two outcomes you will get 2, 2, 4, and 6. So getting even number, that is a compound event, right? Complementary event. This I need to explain you people. What is it? Complementary event. Say getting P of getting a head is an event, right? P of getting a head is event when you throw a coin, right? And the complementary of it will be not getting a head. Are you getting it? So if you add, I can denote this with P of E is an event getting ahead, and P of E dash will be not getting ahead. The sum of the event and its complementary will always give you 1. Right? So if a chance of winning is 0.63, right? What will be the chance of losing? It will be 0.37. Yes. Are you getting it? So chance of winning is 0.63. Chance of losing will be 0.37. So these two are the complementary. The 37 is the complementary of 0.63. Am I clear? Am I clear, children? Now, I'm giving a question here. Gopi buys a fish from a shop for his aquarium. The shopkeeper takes out fish at random from a tank containing 5 female and 9 male fish, right? What is the probability that the fish taken out is a male fish? See, here mainly the written part, most of the time children loses mark in writing part. So here, how to write that I'm going to explain you people. Please listen, because the probability is not a very difficult topic. Only the written part you need to understand. Yeah. The total number of fish in the tank is 14. 5 plus 9, that is 14. Number of possible outcomes is 9, because you need to find the number of male fish, right? The possible outcome is 9, as there are 9 male fish. Taking out male fish is an even, hence the probability of fish that is a male fish is 9 by 14. Are you getting it? So you need to write, I don't tell you that you need to write taking out male fish is an even, no. But what is the total outcome, right? Total number of outcomes, and what is the possible outcome? These two things are very, very important. And in some questions, the sample space is very important. Without sample space, your question will not be considered as, your solution will not be considered as complete. Right? So listen next. Did you all understand this question? So what is the probability that the fish taken out is a male fish? It will be 9 by 14. Am I clear? Okay. I'm going to discuss of dice question. A dice is thrown once. What is the probability of getting number is even? Right? Total number of possible outcomes. Total number of outcomes is 6. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, it is denoted with S, and P of event, the event is denoted with another letter E, 2, 4, 6. So what will be the probability? 1 by 2. And what is the probability that number is greater than 2? It will be 3, 4, 5, 6, 4 by 6. And the probability should always, the answer should always be in its lowest term. I'm getting a lot of answers. Yeah. So the possible outcome when the event the number is greater than 2, the event is 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then the P of E will be 2 by 3, 4 by 6, and then you will have to always represent it in its lowest term. The probability should not be left. And listen, one more thing I would like to tell you. Don't write the answer, direct answer. You should not write this direct answer. In ICSE, the council, they don't accept the direct answer. You need to write this step and this step. If you write the direct answer, then they don't give you marks. Yeah. So you will be writing what is the possible outcome and what is the total outcome you need to write. And then the bringing it to lowest term, that will be the final answer. Right? So both the things should be there when you write. Clear? Okay. Now, next question is, two coins are tossed once. Okay. See, how to find the possible total outcome when two coins are tossed. So always you will have a formula like uh, the number of the event, right? You have two events, head or tail, right? And how many coins are tossed. If you are tossing two coins, the outcome will be 2 to the power 2, that is 4. If you're tossing 3 coins, the outcome is 2, and number of times it is tossed will be 3. So 2 to the power 3, that will be 8. 8 possible outcomes you'll have if you toss the coin 3 times simultaneously, or one after the other, and the recording is taken, right? Okay, so two coins are tossed once. Find the probability of getting two heads, at least one tail, and at most one tail. What is the difference between at least one tail and at most one tail? I'm going to explain here. Listen very carefully. Total number of outcomes, as I told you, it will be 2 to the power 2, that is 4, right? Okay. Now, the sample space will be written in this way. See, first two coins are tossed once, right? So first time it may be head, another time will also be head, may also be head. The next time it can be head or tail, it can be tail or head, it can be tail or tail. So the sample space of tossing a coin, two coins simultaneously or one after the other, will be this. Okay. Probability of getting two heads, you're getting two heads only once. That is 1 out of 4. Are you getting it, children? Yeah. Now, probability of getting at least one tail, at least one tail should be there, at least one tail should be there, right? So tail head, head tail, tail can also be taken, right? Less than or greater than or equal to 1, right? It is at least, and less than or equal to 1 is at most. Are you getting it? In both the cases, the probability of event will be 3 by 4, but the sample space, the subset of the sample space differ. See, probability of getting at most one tail में sample space देखो, HH means less than or equal to 1. Are you getting it? So 0 will also be there. HT and TH. Again, the probability will be 3 by 4. Is this question clear? Now, so hope it's very clear. Now we'll go on to the next. In the Wheel of Fortune, what is the probability of being a winner? What is the probability of being a winner? So how many paths are there in this Wheel of Fortune? Can you count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, right? So what will be the probability of being a winner is 1 by 4. That is 4 by 16, which will be 1 by 4. Yeah, and not being a winner. Not being a winner is the remaining. That is 12 by 16, right? 12 by 16, or it can be written as 3 by 4. This is what I told you exactly, that it's a complementary event, right? P of E is 1 by 4. P of E is 1 by 4, right? P of E is 1 by 4. Now, P of E dash is 1 minus 1 by 4. So the complementary event is always taken as 1 minus the event, P of event. Are you getting it, children? So finding out the complementary event is in this way. Yeah. Okay. So P of E dash will be 1 minus P of E, that is 3 by 4. 1 minus 1 by 4, which is nothing but 3 by. Okay. Okay. You can express the answer in percentage also, in decimal also, in fraction also. But generally, we accept the answer in fractions. So no need of decimals and other things, right? Okay. Next, we'll move on to the next question. Cards marked here. In every question, one or two questions will be a different one. I'll be explaining only that, so that the time is not wasted. Okay, cards marked 1, 2, 3 to 20. So how many cards are there? 20 cards are there. Well shuffled, and a card is drawn at random, right? What is the probability that the number of cards is a prime number? Divisible prime number, you'll just the sample space will be 1 to 20, and then the event will be the subset of the sample space. The prime numbers you'll be writing. Now I'm going to tell you about 3 and an or. Please listen very carefully. The other things I'll not be explaining. And an or I'm going to explain to you people. I want your attention here. Yeah. 3 divisible by 3 and 6. What is meant by 3 and 6? It will be intersection, right? And means intersection, in which satisfies both the condition, right? Which satisfies both the condition is and. So can you tell me the event which is divisible by 3 and 6? So it will be 6, 12, and then 18. Are you getting it, children? So when it comes, and it should be both divisible by 3 and 6. Am I clear? Am I clear? So what will be the probability of this event? Probability of this event will be 3 by 20. Yeah. Okay. Now, next I'm going to explain about R. Divisible by 2 or 5. और का मतलब है union. Yeah, this is the same thing which you did in inequalities. और का मतलब है union. Union means what? Either by 2 or by 5 or both. Are you getting it? So the event will be written in this manner. Event is, list out all the factors, all the multiples of 2, that is 2, 4, right? 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, and you need to take out of 5 also, right? So 5, 10 is already there, 15, that's all. So within 20, whatever possible outcome, you have listed it here, which is a subset of the sample space. And how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it will be the probability of this event getting the number divisible by 2 or 5 will be, how much was it? 16, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 by 20, which will be, I'm getting a lot of answers in the chat box. Very good. 12 by 20 will be 3 by 5. Am I clear? Did you all understand it? So the perfect square is 1, 4, 9 and 16 and 4 by 20, that is 1 by 5. Okay. Now, next is, this is the favorite question. Before going into the question, I would like to explain this. This is a pack of cards. I want everyone to listen very carefully, because here, those who are aware of the cards, they'll not face any problem, right? Those who are not will face problem in visualizing this. So these are the you have 52 cards in a pack of card. You'll have 52 cards, right? Out of which you'll have 2 that is black and then red color, right? Black and red. 2 red, that is the diamond and the hearts. So you can see all the 4 types of cards here. 2 black cards, that is spade and the clubs, right? So two types of black cards and 2 types of red cards are there. And in uh, every type you have 13 cards, right? You'll have 13 cards of hearts. You'll have 13 cards of spade. You'll have 13 cards of diamond. You'll have 13 cards of clubs, right? So total you have 52. So 13 is what? You'll get A, 2, 3, 4 till 10. That is 10 cards plus 3 face cards you'll have. That is Jack, Queen, and then King. Jack, Queen, and then King. Right? So these are the 3 face cards. Face cards means the face will be drawn on the card, hence it is called as face cards. The Jack, Queen, and then King, right? So 3 face cards and then 10 number cards. We'll take the A's also as number card. This is number 1, and this is the most powerful card in the pack of cards. A's is the most powerful card in the pack of cards, right? A's. So हर चीज में you will have all the 4 things. A's है तो चार type of cards will be there. All 4 types of cards will be there. Hope the description is very clear, right? Now we are going to do a question. What is it? The question says all kings, jacks, and diamonds have been removed. So if you remove the kings, jacks, and diamonds, right? What will be the leftover cards in 52 cards? So 3 into 4, that is 12. 12 cards are removed. So out of 52, 12 cards are removed. So what will be the number of cards left? 40. Are you getting it? Yes? Yeah. So it is, say, Yeah. So the king, you have 4 cards, right? Jack, you have 4 cards, and in which diamond is also there, right? So the diamonds have been removed from a pack of cards. So if 2 diamonds are removed, बचा हुआ आपका 11. Yeah. So out of 13 diamonds, 2 diamonds are already there in Jack and King. So 4 Jacks and 4 Kings, and then 11 diamonds are removed. So total how many are removed here? 19 cards are removed. And what will be the remaining cards? 52 में से 19 अगर निकालोगे, what will you get? You'll get 33. So will be 33 cards will be there with you people. Am I clear? Yes, 33 cards. Now, a card is drawn from the remaining pack of cards. Find the probability that the card drawn is a red queen. Red queen. A diamond is already removed, right? So the bacha hai hearts. Yeah. So only one will be there. Are you getting it? So 1 upon 33 will be the probability of a red queen. Am I clear? Yeah. Am I clear? Very good. Yes. Now, a face card. So, king and jacks are removed already. So, out of 12 face cards, 8 are already removed. 8 are already removed, and the diamond card is also removed. 9 cards are already removed, right? So, face card will be 3 over 33. Yeah, 3 over 33. That is nothing but 1 upon 11. Am I clear, children? Now, a black card. How many black cards will be there? Probability of getting a black card. Black card, 4 black cards are already gone. Out of 26 black cards, yeah, 4 are already gone. So, bacha hai 22. Are you getting it, children? Did you all understand? Yeah, very good. 2 upon 22 upon 33 will be the answer, and which is nothing but 2 by 3. Yeah, a heart. What is out of 13 cards, 2 is already removed. So 11 upon 33, that is 1 upon 3. Am I clear, children? Hope it's very clear. Everyone, very good, very good. I'm getting the answers here. Yeah. So hope it's clear. So you need to the card based question is clear for you people. Yes. Next. A bag contains 6 red balls. A bag contains 6 red balls and some blue balls. Take that ball as X, right? Some blue balls. If the probability of drawing a blue ball, is twice that of a red ball, right? So what is the total number of balls here? Total balls will be? Total will be 6 plus X. Yes? What will be the probability of getting a blue ball? X by 6 plus X. Yeah. And is twice that of a red ball. Getting a red ball is 6 by 6 plus X. Are you understanding or not? So getting a white ball is twice that of a red ball. So you can just cut this 6 plus X, the denominator, and what will be the number of blue balls will be 12. Are you getting it? Did you understand or not? Yeah, 12. So you people are doing fine. And then practice this chapter exercise, practice the chapter, and you can ask the doubts through WhatsApp or through phone, you can ask me the doubts. I can clear you. Hope this explanation made you understand in a better way. The probability is clear for you people. So practice more questions in that, and then we'll meet again in the